heart of West Africa, a quiet revolution is unfolding. Not a revolution of politics or protest, but of vision, progress, and pride. Burkina Faso, once counted among the world's poorest nations, is rewriting its own destiny. And leading this transformation is a dream so bold it's already being called the future of Africa. This is the story of TR City, the most ambitious urban development project in the history of Burkina Faso, a city that promises not only modernity but dignity, not just buildings of concrete and steel, but monuments of hope. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the dawn of a new chapter. Welcome to TR City, a vision brought to life by the leadership of President Ibrahim Traoré. For decades, Burkina Faso's capital, Ouagadougou, has struggled under the weight of rapid population growth and limited infrastructure. Traffic congestion, housing shortages, and outdated urban systems were everyday realities for millions. But today, that reality is being challenged head-on. TR City is not just another development, it is a rebirth. A model city built from the ground up to represent a modern, self-reliant, and sustainable Africa. At its core are 1,000 luxurious villas, crafted with precision and purpose. Each designed to offer not only comfort but a sense of belonging, blending contemporary architecture with African identity. Wide avenues, lush green parks, and serene residential zones are woven into a master plan that balances progress with peace. From its foundation to its skyline, every element of TR City has been imagined with one goal: to prove that Africa can build for itself, by itself. But this story doesn't stop at villas or design. TR City represents a much deeper idea: the reinvention of urban living. In the heart of this vision lies another groundbreaking project, a modern metro system for Ouagadougou. For years, the capital's streets have groaned under endless traffic. Daily commutes turned into endurance tests. Productivity and quality of life suffered, but change is coming. A sleek, eco-friendly metro, designed to connect the city's busiest arteries, will soon glide beneath its streets. Efficient, clean, and fast, it will offer Burkinabe citizens what they've long deserved: freedom of movement and a higher standard of urban life. The new metro isn't just a transport project, it's a declaration of intent. It says, we refuse to let progress belong only to others. It says, we too can build modernity on our own soil, with our own hands. President Ibrahim Traoré's leadership has ignited this spirit of transformation. A leader who believes that the dignity of a nation begins in how its people live, work, and dream. Under his guidance, TR City has become more than blueprints and budgets. It has become a symbol of what is possible when vision meets courage. Every structure in TR City carries a message. That sustainability is not a foreign luxury, it's a local necessity. That innovation does not mean imitation, it means independence, energy-efficient homes, solar grids, smart waste systems, green corridors linking neighborhoods, schools, and workplaces, parks and gardens breathing life into every corner. This is not just construction, this is creation. A city designed not merely for today's residents, but for generations yet unborn, and beyond all the steel and glass. TR City speaks of something far greater: the resilience of Burkina Faso, a nation once underestimated, now daring the world to watch as it rises. The project is set to create thousands of new jobs, stimulate local industries, and attract investment across Africa. But more than that, it is restoring something priceless: national confidence. Burkina Faso is proving that progress is not the privilege of the powerful. It is the right of every nation that dares to dream. TR City is not just a name on a map, it's a message to the world. A message that says, Africa is not waiting for permission to rise. From the first brick to the final skyline, every step of this project echoes the spirit of unity and determination. This is not a foreign dream financed by outsiders. This is an African vision, born from African soil, built by African hands. As the construction begins and foundations take shape, the world is watching closely. For in this city lies not only buildings and bridges, but a question: can a new Africa truly emerge from its own design? Burkina Faso's answer is clear. As the first images of TR City began to circulate, something remarkable happened. From Ouagadougou to Dakar, from Lagos to Johannesburg, a wave of pride rippled across Africa. For the first time in decades, the headline spoke not of crisis, conflict, or corruption, but of creation. This was more than a construction project. It was a statement that Burkina Faso, once overlooked, once dismissed, was now defining the future on its own terms. International media scrambled to understand what was happening. Analysts called it Africa's most daring urban experiment. Others described it as a blueprint for post-colonial independence in design. But within Burkina Faso, people didn't see it as an experiment. They saw it as proof that development no longer had to mean dependency, proof that modernity could rise from African soil, powered by African vision. Across the country, the excitement was tangible. Construction workers, engineers, architects, and small business owners all saw themselves as part of something larger. A collective mission to build not only a city, but a symbol of rebirth. One architect described it perfectly. Every brick we lay here is a word in a new story, a story where Africa writes its own chapters. But TR City's impact wasn't confined to architecture. It began to reshape the nation's economy. Thousands of new jobs emerged across sectors, from construction and transportation to renewable energy and technology. Local manufacturing saw a resurgence. Burkina Faso, once dependent on imports for basic materials, began producing its own. Young entrepreneurs launched startups focused on smart housing, green energy, and digital solutions for urban life, and perhaps most importantly, hope returned. In classrooms, students began to speak of engineering, architecture, and urban planning as pathways to national pride. In marketplaces, ordinary citizens spoke of the metro and villas as signs that their country was finally stepping into the future. For the first time, the nation's youth didn't have to dream of leaving. They could dream of building. Meanwhile, the world watched in quiet surprise. Some Western observers praised the project as visionary. Others, however, whispered concerns. Could this be the beginning of a new model? One where Africa no longer waits for external approval? Behind closed doors, policymakers and financiers in Paris, Washington, and Brussels discussed what they called the TR City precedent. A nation that dared to build without debt chains. A government that chose development over dependency. A president who spoke of African sovereignty not as rhetoric, but as reality. In global conferences, TR City was no longer a footnote. It was a headline. Delegations from across Africa began sending representatives to study its model. The questions grew louder. Could this work in Mali, in Niger, in Ghana? Suddenly, Burkina Faso, a country once barely marked on global maps, had become a compass for the continent. Yet at the heart of this transformation was something far deeper than economics. It was identity. TR City was not designed to imitate Paris or Dubai. It was built to reflect Africa. From its cultural motifs to its eco-friendly systems, it told the world that progress and heritage can coexist. That development does not mean erasing who we are. It means amplifying it. President Ibrahim Traoré captured it best during a visit to the construction site. He said, "We are not building walls. We are building pride. This city will not only change how Africa looks, it will change how Africa sees itself." Those words echoed across the region. They reminded millions that dignity is the first foundation of freedom. As months turned into years, TR City began to rise from sketches to skyline. Villas took form, roads stretched across the plains, and the first metro rails gleamed under the sun. Each phase marked not just construction, but conviction. The project became a living symbol that when vision aligns with will, anything becomes possible. And so the world watched an extraordinary story unfold. A landlocked nation, defying its limitations, building a city that stands as a mirror of its dreams. Today, TR City stands as more than infrastructure. It is inspiration. It is the proof that progress can be African, sustainable, and sovereign. To the people of Burkina Faso, it is not just a city. It is a promise kept. A promise that tomorrow can be built with our own hands. And to the rest of the world, it carries a simple but powerful message. Africa does not need to be saved. It only needs to be trusted to rise. This is TR City, the city of vision, the city of pride, the city of a new Africa. And as the sun sets over its golden rooftops, one thing becomes clear. This is not the end of the story. It's the beginning of a legacy. God bless Burkina Faso. God bless every nation that dares to dream.